Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone around the world. If you watch me from different countries, depends what is your time is. Um, Today is a Tuesday, 21st of April, 2020. First thing first, guys, disclaimer. Forex can have very high level of risk. You should be sure how much you invest and so on and so forth. Make sure that you understand what you're doing. Don't gamble, especially in this time, pandemic. Okay, we'll just do a quick review of Forex, of where we are since the opening of Sunday night. Today is Tuesday. Uh, I'd like to start with oil. Oil basically hit the zero line yesterday, and about roughly 6 7 p.m. London time, it was already hit the zero line, and it didn't really get farther than that. I mean, like, of course, in future it's going to be minus negative price printing, but in Forex is going to be zero line is the maximum. And majority of broker, as soon as broke the $10, they reject all orders coming through. Either buy or sell, there's been rejected because of they don't want to take the risk. If you watch my video previously, I said that guys, that all brokers they act as self fulfill your position. So if you buy and sell from the broker, you actually trade in the broker, you're not trading the market. The market is the only uh, judge between you and the broker, so the code of the market, global market, Forex or any assets, it is between you and the broker. Is only charge you or give you money according to the price has been printed from the global market. Okay, so most of the broker they reject all the orders because they know that it's gonna go all the way down and they cannot afford it to pay people because it's lifetime opportunity to buy from the zero line. Worth nothing. Zero basically. It's like if you even get with a $1 or $5, probably you close this morning by high, like you double your money already. I try to do that in future, but it's too risky because future was going to negative, so I couldn't do it in the future very much. I was just shorting, but I exit as soon as possible because the contract is going to be finished. When the contract is expiry, you will see that there is no buyer. No one is going to buy from you your contract because of. Sorry, guys, just keep receiving messages. Basically, if you seller, you basically looking for a buyer down here, and there's no one who's going to buy it here. Okay, there's no buyer because no one wants to receive a delivery of oil. Basically, if you buy a 1,000 barrel of oil, where are you gonna store it? In your backyard or anything. So that's the future downside. If you buy something and the contract is finished, you will be receiving this delivery, physical delivery. You know. So far we are here. We open this morning. As soon as the oil open, of course, the new month's contract. You see that it started losing momentum here, coming down. That's a 5 minute. The reason why I'm doing 5 minutes now because that's where we went to the zero line and we start from here. We start about 22 or 21 more or less. We open $20 or let's say 21, I think 21 mark, and from there we went down, come back up at the 50% of this drop. We kind of respected. We had a test one, two, and we're going for the third head up, and probably will go lower to challenges lows again. And if that happened, then we'll be taking a major move from here to here. So probably we'll come back to the $10 or $9 below again. So probably we're gonna see some buyer will take advantage of this situation because the reason being this is a fresh contract and it's got another 30 days to expire. So they're gonna have more room to play with. So probably gonna see some another major move down, then come back up again until OPEC or any headlines to support oil. We see Russia, Saudi Arabia, and I don't know what they're going to do about this because oil is way cheaper than water. Yesterday it was like keep going down. It's very cheap now. It's zero. It's negative. So It's a critical situation regarding oil, which is a big trader or big hedge fund that I trade in this oil every day today. So yeah, it is critical time, and we understand why no one using oil at the moment. So we come back to the 1900, which is, I don't know when the oil started, to be honest. If I just go to the monthly, say when the oil actually started producing oil and since when, about 1983, that were the market, the most data. But obviously, if you're interested to invest in oil, EFTs or something like that, you should go and do more research about it. That's how the oil moved all time. How much it moved all the way up to 147, come back down all the way down to zero. So it's volatile, but that's what oil is because everyone now producing oil. So the more supply than demand, and when the demand shut down like where we are now in pandemic, no one using oil, no traveling, no delivery, no company running their power through their companies, and they require more power, and the power require more oil to burn, so to produce power. So it's everything in a, basically go back to the 1980s basically because less people that were using oil at this time, and oil was very cheap as you can see here. Back then we were using for about 29, come back down all the way to $9 and a half, then come back up again when the population started to increase and more businesses and manufacturing and stuff like that. So you see that everything went up booming, then come back down, really strong momentum, come back up again and down to zero now. But we opened a new contract, and the new contract is at $20, come back to 16 now. $16, we went to like 5% of the day. No, sorry, not 5% even, is more than that. Let's see if I put this correctly here. It's 20% down, 20%. Okay, because this trade view is showing you percentage from how much you can view on the screen. Come back down, come back up. We are down about 20% from the original price, 21% down minus here. You can see minus 21%. Anyway, so where we are technically, oil on the 5 minute, the reason being, as I said, 5 minute because it's really tight price since we've been in the zero. We open new contract up there, so the midpoint is going to be critical between the close and the opening. If we can close this gap, of course the gap is zero. I don't think this gap is going to close maybe by the end of the month, and the following contract will open another gap up again. We're going to keep doing this kind of sideways until we get out of this coronavirus situation and everything start to go back to normal, and people will start open their businesses and require more power and oil and stuff like that. So um, I will quickly look at coronavirus where we are. 42,138 death in US, 784,000 cases. We cross into a million now in US alone, and UK 16,000 and a half death, 124,000 cases. Of course, Italy is a 24,000, 21,000 and a half almost. Yeah, so we could say it's US, then Italy, Spain, France, Germany, then probably UK. You see the pattern? There's no really. It's like I think the US is the only one is the most hit by coronavirus, especially cases and businesses and so on and so forth. And don't forget the US is the biggest economy around the world at the moment. At that moment, okay, because after the coronavirus, I think is going to be China taking over because that's what they wanted to do. So that's from the first place. I'm not gonna keep talking about this. Let's just keep that personal. So yeah, as you can see, that's where we are now, coronavirus index wise. Pound basically topped up here, double tops, and now I'm watching for this low is gonna break or not. Could be a failure breakout and we'll come back again to have high and we'll have a major move. That's what I'm looking for. Major move up again. I think pound still have the momentum up. However, we need a pullback. As I said, pullback it was not good enough. So there was not good enough discount for the buyer. They're waiting for better pullback. So probably break below this low. We're gonna have some good momentum back up. Probably today. So we're gonna take it Monday. Yesterday was week. So Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, probably today. Probably from tomorrow we're gonna see some momentum back up on pound. The reason being as well, the weakness of pound is euro is getting paid, and that's why pound is kind of weak and euro is up, and that's how these two together works. If this is up, this is down, and also here we see US acting as a safe haven as yen because S&P 500 is going down. Um, so US basically will break out, dollar break out of this trend line, consolidate a little bit, and now we're looking to challenge his highs. So my expectation is it was going to continue to challenge his highs. Overall, probably we're going to do another lower high here, and we'll come back down from then. So I think US is going to break this high and go high a little bit more. Then we're going to see some kind of failure pattern around this level, around there exactly. So right there, I think that's where we can see some momentum back down. Unless something else, it will move the market fundamental. Overall, at the same time, on the other hand, we're looking for a major move. So if we didn't stop here and we rotate back down, then my expectation is going to be equal major move. So there's so many scenario. You need to see which one is going to be the more valid one. The first valid one is to challenge these highs. If we break this high, then we'll be looking to challenge this level. If we break this level, we'll be looking to challenge this level higher. So you got three level of interest. You can exit here, exit here, exit here, but selling on the way down. If you think this momentum more stronger up, you better not to sell. Go with the trend. Yen one bottom, two double bottom, and start to get in smaller high lows or since here. So from if we cut this down this level, so we come back down up 50% respected. Couldn't respect the 50% down, and we made a new low, come back 50% and start getting slow, and we break out now. So my expectation is in a line with S&P 500 is pulling back down, then my expectation is we're going to go all the way back up to these highs as a trend line from this point to these highs, and probably we're going to aim here. Most of the computers, they're looking for any interest point like this one. Okay, so watch out for this. Probably that was been shorted here because of the reason is equal level, the trend line, because computer work ones and zeros. It doesn't really uh, uh, think like humans by eyes, by the only digital point, like 1 point here, 1 point here, point A, point B connected, and we kind of extend it and see if we're gonna reach it or not. If we are on the way to reach it, then that will push more price up to reach its target. As soon as they come around there or before, just before, they'll start to unload their positions, and that's when we see a fade momentum and come back down. Uh, New Zealand, as I talked about yesterday, I don't know who do I talk to, but I talked about that if S&P 500 coming down, then New Zealand and Aussie coming down. As you can see that we kind of like higher lows, uh, sorry, lower highs here. We have a lower high of this high. So we have one high here, two, and we have the third one in the make, and probably gonna go lower. So far we are below the more than 50% of this push up, and if we break it, probably we'll be testing this level, and probably gonna be spiked down and try to retest and go down lower because S&P 500 obviously in the going down, and that's mean the New Zealand and Aussie that will lose momentum. Swiss is gonna break out as yen, as you can see they're moving together. So the reason being they're moving together with US, sorry, with euro, and the secondly is a safe haven as well as yen. So what we have here, yen, safe haven, and Swiss. Money flying from stock going to yen, dollar, and Swiss. Aussie is going to go down because the money is getting out of Aussie. Nothing coming back to Aussie or New Zealand. CAD, of course, oil pandemic. I call it oil pandemic because when it's zero, is completely free. As of course, there's nothing is free, but on paper is free. We kind of like triangling now, and we break out of it. We respect it down here, if you see that, and we come back to moving average, and we break below it, and we retest in the breakout. So I think that's gonna keep going down very much. Momentum is down on CAD, down on oil, momentum up on yen, Swiss, and euro. Euro short term, don't go forever for it. Was it? Dollar maybe will test as high as expected, as I'm talking about. High probability is going to test as high again because acting as safe haven at the moment. If S&P 500 keep going down, and I think it will keep going down. There is no any positive news yet of coronavirus, and businesses still shut down, and we're still in lockdown situation. So don't see a green candle and you're gonna buy straight away. It's unrecommended because the fact is we're still inside this coronavirus pandemic, and we maybe in the first stage we don't know how many people infected. They're only testing as much as they can and they give you the result, and maybe that result is not really accurate. So be careful of that. Ultimately you need to trade small at these days. Okay. S&P 500 here. Quickly look on the heat map, weekly performance. Yeah, just come to 61% Fibonacci and we'll start to lose momentum and everyone will probably gonna exit. Okay, oil red, gold is red, Bitcoin is red. I talked about Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin still got more room to go up to the 8,000. I think it's gonna hit the 8,000 soon. And don't forget that, guys, when I say that $10 uh, oil, I was wrong. It went to zero. Fortunately, it went to zero. But $10 it was a good investment as well because the next contract it was $20. So you got at least 25% of your money, more than that, 75% of your money tripled. So triple time, not tripled. You got 175% of your money if you bought at 10, because the following contract it was high, and that to do with forex. But before it started go below, when it started to go below the $10, they reject all orders, and that's the reason being we couldn't buy anymore from forex platform or brokers. But if you have brought earlier at 10, probably you will be happy now making really good money. But you probably exit the following day or at night as soon as they reopen again. Is open high is a big gap. So yeah, just get to the chart. Suppose S&P 500. I'm looking at the 5 minute all the time. Let me check my positions. Okay, I'm still in the trade. Just trading future as well. Okay, so S&P 500, guys, look at that. We have this level, the 61 Fibonacci. You couldn't really get to it. We had a gap up, and when you see a gap, it needs to be closed, and that's why it's not gonna reach that even to 61 Fibonacci. They exit even before they get there because they knew there's not gonna be enough orders. If you're a buyer, you're not gonna find a seller because they were scared to go higher. And I think they started getting exit in here because there's no really good reason for S&P 500 to keep going. It could be only pullback, but the momentum is very strong. We have 1, 2, 3 days so far. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, engulfed like how many days? So that day today engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in the make. So probably we're gonna come back down lower to the 38, and if we see some rotation back for wave two, and we'll go a little bit lower. So as I talk about that, I took the other way, head and shoulder. I did say before, could be head and shoulder around here, and on the move up, we're probably gonna see head and shoulder. Okay, so very much it can come back down to the 250,000 mark. Very easy, since everything is, the coronavirus is still going up, is not flat in the curve as they keep talking about. The curve is not flat in the curve, is keep going higher. So this is 50% of this move. We will be watching out for the 50% for a bounce, for another 50% on this level to make a pullback, and probably gonna go measure move. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments. Thanks. I'll be quick. Gold. So the thing is, gold, guys, look, S&P 500 going down and gold going down with it. So gold doesn't act as a safe haven of stock at the moment. It's behaving individually. So watch out for that. That could be a nice pullback. We are from this low to this high. We're looking for that 50% to be retested and be defended for another push back up. Okay, and you need to watch for sideways, fake out, and continue back up because I think S&P 500 is going to go lower. So that's the best area to buy if it show you momentum up. Do not just buy blindly. If it start to show momentum up and start to losing that momentum, you exit your position and reassess. If it start to move up again, you enter at the breakout of a smaller time frame, then you look for a major move of the previous move, like so. Let me get this. If you start to rotate, yes, brilliant. And if you start to lose momentum in low time frame, you exit your positions and wait for a major move. This move is gonna equal this move, and you keep doing the same until you get into a certain level. You can see that it's gonna lose momentum complete. Okay, so my bias on gold is gonna be long from this level, 50% if I see momentum start to build. Other than that, I'm not getting to the market. I don't even want to short it because I don't want to short it because of S&P 500 is going down, and that's gonna act some very soon to be safe haven. Even come smash down like what we did here before. Remember? Look these days. Look these days. Come down quickly. Come back up. Come back very big momentum, and coming back up again now. And my expectation is going to be high volatility. So don't take it for granted. The 50% of this area, it could be most of the computer will be okay. Let's just calculate the from the bottom to the top, the last swing, and that's in the middle range. And look what we have here. We have a trend line been broken and come back inside again, retested and go back up, probably retest that trend line again. So that 50% of this low and that high is not going to be valid. Maybe we'll continue all the way down to the full 50%. So you need to keep all options on the table. Don't just say because it's 50% I will just take a trade. No, you need to see a valid price action that will give you the confidence to get in the trade. Go to all the way down to the low time frame and start to calculate where we're going from here, what we're doing, and that's why I have a low time frame to see. It's very very choppy here, but if you notice that we're moving from a level to a level, so your stop loss has to be a good stop loss. If you're a day trader, okay, I've been day trader for a long time. So if you come around this level and start show momentum, for example, here, back up, your stop loss is going to be below here. However, if you start to lose momentum, you exit. Don't wait for it to come back down. Okay. And if you get long here and suddenly start to go down on you, you better exit and wait for a valid confirmation. Because what happens is it can go like that, and slowly ground lower. And before you know it, your minds freeze and you don't know what you are doing, and you're gonna end up losing lots of money. Talked about oil already. Where we are here. Okay, we'll talk about gold, Bitcoin. Let's get to Bitcoin. So from here, right there at this point here, since we start descending down, we had a pullback, and now we break out of this. We'll see a bull flag come back. We're looking for a major move of this move from the breakout, and we kind of have it here. So we had a major move pullback and another pullback, 50% respected. Come back up here. It couldn't really break higher. Come back down. So my expectation is we're gonna see another push back up. So if we go to the weekly, I know that is so much drawing. If you look in the weekly from this high to this low, we're about 50%. So the weekly view is different. You see, weekly view is indicating that we respected the 50%. It's been defended, and we're still around here. So you see this level here? That's the range. Okay, could you just keep doing that, or it will come back down to the 50%, and after that, if that 50% respected, will come back up. If you trading on weekly, obviously we're looking for a leg 2, leg 3. Okay, like one here, then break lower. So I think that is going to be a valid weekly trade idea to come back to make leg 2 about 6,006, maybe 580. So that's the weekly view. Weekly view is different than daily. Daily showing you that's a sideways here. So watch out for breaking that range. Then you take your trade. If the test back, if they come back retest and go down again, then you enter a trade around this level and look for a major move of this move. Then pull back again, and if you want to continue, then you'll be looking for a major move, and that will come in line with the weekly view. Okay, dollar index. Um, Same goes here, guys, with 50% respected. We'll come back here. We kind of failure to break lower. The following day, just overtaking the previous day, and that's when you know the bears, the seller give up, and the bulls jump in and they override the majority of orders, and that's where we're going now. We're at the 50% of this move, more or less. We had a couple of failure here, one, two, and the third one trying hard today. Let's see, because dollar is kind of acting as a safe haven, so this pair is this dollar index is actually going to go up. So we be looking for a major move of this one. Probably is going to break it by a little bit, and we'll be having a channel. Come back, retest the 50%, middle of the channel, and we'll come back up higher if the situation is still as it is today. And I think that's going to happen for the rest of the week. Risk off until S&P 500 go all the way down again. The euro dollar, you can see euro dollar now. Okay, down, up, come back down again. Is all over the 50% measure. So you keep that in mind when you look in the back in history, that the volatility is high. You see breakout, 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 a lot of breakout. You can pull all the way up here, and as soon as you start to collapse, have 50, maybe 50% of that previous candle, that will be giving up momentum, giving up, retesting, come back down, retesting. You see, retest, couldn't close the gap. They have a big gap here, come back down and up again. It couldn't really break the gap. Another gap, come back down, up. We couldn't really break the gap. There's a gap here. You see how many gaps? A lot of gaps going on. So looking like a momentum is coming down, and that will be coming in line with a dollar getting strong. So there's a lot of gaps. It's not been filled because they don't have enough power to push it all the way up to close the gaps. So watch out for a channel here. So my expectation is we'll come back down here to break this low, and probably it's gonna be just before that low, and we'll start to show some pullback to give you that channel feeling. So major move, major move. This move will be equal to this move if dollar keep going strong. Okay, so you have to keep in mind all the time that is high possibility, is high probability that's what's going to happen, because if you watch the stock and all the stuff, like I do, I watch all the markets, so I know when I take a trade I need to make sure that I did everything available for me, available in front of my eyes, so I will be taking the trade accordingly. Dollar yen, of course, is weak because yen is strong, taking the other side of S&P 500 as a safe haven, and go dollar. So basically, this is not going anywhere. So the momentum was strong previously, a lot of volatility, then it start consolidate or sideways until we see uh, a valid trade idea. I don't trade it myself, but I monitor it because I want to know who's strong, who's weak. So both of them is strong at the moment, so we're not going to go anywhere. However, yen is more stronger than dollar because you can see on the day is strong. We didn't really do any interesting move yet. If you compare this area by the previous move, it's about 3 times more, and previous move is about maybe 5 to 6 times bigger than that move where we are now. That's indicating that is not a valid trade to take at the moment on US yen. Pound, pound is still, in my view, strong. Okay, we almost closed the gap. We didn't. There's a gap here. However, went really far down, all-time low. We didn't really stay there. As soon as they come back down here, investor start to push it back up because they see momentum back up again to it. My take profit, I'm long. I'm long around somewhere here. I exit and I start to get long again at this green candle, but obviously it went against me. My stop loss is below there. That's a daily trade, not intraday. Daily trade is for me. Risk and reward is quite high. I'm looking for this level. I'm looking for 35. and I think we're gonna achieve it because what I'm seeing here, a major move, probably come back, pull back. I know that, and I'll be coming for a major move. That's what I'm looking for. That's the first major move up. I'm looking for the second for a pullback and the third. That's what I'm looking for. The volatility is very high, but it's going to slow down. As you can see, dollar as well, dollar yen was a high volatility and start to shrink. Same thing going to go up here. It's going to go with pound. We're still in this level anyway. We didn't go really far. We try to go up. We have a failure, break higher, and coming back down. But the momentum I see it a little bit strong, so I'm expecting to see more down momentum on pound up to the 50%. I already hedged my position here as well. When I see that coming against me, I exit some with losses, and I did short it. But overall, I think that trend is still up. Big momentum up, break out of it, and probably retest it again here somewhere. And after that, we'll start to see momentum back up. Okay, right. Pound. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course, pound was strong recently. Dollar yen was weak. Sorry, euro is weak, coming back down, up again. We see the momentum is just to start to slow down, but I think that's only pullback, and we'll be looking for a major move equal to this major move. So euro just strong for the time being, bid only, but this is not strong. This momentum is not strong enough to overtake this big move. Okay. I know that we maybe about 25% of it, but I'm looking for the 50% here. I don't think we will come here. I think we will just show momentum down. As soon as bound start to getting the pullback complete, we will see just a break above this one here that day, and we'll come back down again for another major move. So watch out for that. Pound yen, yen is strong, pound is weak. Obviously, is a good trade. Yesterday I did talk to others, and I said to long it if I come above 800 yesterday. 34 800. If we come above 800, then we'll go long. If we come below, if we come below the 48 34, then you short it, and that's indeed what happened here. You know, we shorted here, but I'm still thinking long. But the reason being is up going down because pound is weak and yen is strong because yen is acting as a safe haven. Okay, so we are on a critical level now. Not critical, but a good level to exit your short and think long of this spike up. We broke above it and we're coming back. If we respect it and we'll pull back up again for another top a little bit lower than this low, then maybe we can take it back for lower, because if they come retest that low again, probably is going to break and retest and go down a little bit to these levels. Right, we have here, because bound is weak, so bound is since Friday was weak, so you see that momentum down, and I talked about this. If stock going down, bound Aussie and bound New Zealand go back up, but because bound is pullback momentum, I don't think we're going to go anywhere. We're kind of stuck here for now. Watch out for breakout out of this level range. So far we did test maybe 40% here, and we're coming back down strong in 3 days to the bottom of the channel, and looks like sideways for me. It's going to be sideways. You need to be angled like this, then you can take it to trade up. If it's angled down like this one, you will be taking the trade down. However, it's a sideways so far, so there is no trade valid for me. If you sell buy sell until we break out of it, that could be your trade if you loving this pair to trade it. So for me, I don't want to do that. You have to be in front of it to see, or you can do on the daily. So if you go to the low time frame, if you're intraday, you see that I have a two tops here, rejection. You could have sold here. You look for a major move, complete major move. Then after that, coming back up, we have a strong momentum back up. You take it, and after that, you start looking for a major move again of this move. So major move, a major move. See, markets ones and zeros all the time. This major move equals this major move in a 15 minute. If you go to any time frame, it's going to be equal to what I just showed you. Okay, if you go here, major move, a major move. Pull back up, major move, and another one here for the pullback, a major move. Can go even lower. When as soon as this cycle is breaking, now they start to consolidate. When they consolidate, they will looking for another opportunity. When breakout and pull back and so much show momentum, they're coming back up again. All the trader or competitors that will be expecting a major move of this move, which I'm talking about the 50% all the time, which is an easy way to say. So you play your tools is measure move and the 50% to 61% Fibonacci. Most of the trader, most of the competitors, they're looking between to play their position between the 50 and 60%. If you go above that, that's mean it's not valid trade anymore. They exit and they take their losses and they reassess. Right? Not just a few of you here. If you have any question about New Zealand, same goes about New Zealand is sideways. As you can see that for a few days now, sideways is acting as a stock and a bound weakness. So bound when it start getting strong, probably going to see a momentum back up. It's quite equal momentum here. So sideways, sideways. After we break out, we're expecting this breakout level. 1, 2, 3. Then we should see a breakout. Okay. Pound CAD. CAD is weak. I had a position in CAD, pound CAD. I'm long from here. I'm still long around this level, and I didn't exit because I see a good price here, but I was expecting more. I know that's going to pull back on me. That's fine. I'm looking for a major move of this move. So 1 equal 2. Probably changes high, go above it a little bit. Then the next thing you know, pull back and we'll continue back higher to have a big major move altogether. So I'm looking for that big major move. That's what I'm looking for. I think it's going to break higher than the previous days. Not all-time high or anything. No. Okay, Swiss. You can see the safe haven is priced in pound. Since the pound is weak as well, watch out for this level, around 50% of it. If we break the first area, to watch out for break below this red candle. Then after that you watch for this one, and that's the third level if you short. But I don't think we're gonna stay short for long. I think down will just rotate back and go back up. At this point I will be looking for a major move of the breakout. So from that low to that high, pull back, probably another major move. But this normally come to 50%, so wait for it, see. If the stock keep collapsing and going down, so my expectation is Swiss is going to keep going to the 50% of this move. Come back, come back up, you'll be looking for a major move, okay? Okay, guys, I think that's it. I didn't see any question or anything. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to support it and like and leave a question for me. Your comment is a question. If you have any question to ask, please leave it in a comment and I will reply to you, or I will talk about it in the next stream. Hopefully I'll do one tomorrow. I'm quite busy tomorrow, and I'll try to find a time earlier to do it. Okay, guys? Thanks very much, and have a great day. Take care and be safe out there trading. Take care, guys. Cheers. Bye.